So, what's up, everybody? It's LP. I'm going live to discuss making this fringe skirt. Uh, I didn't have one to do before because I had already made my own. So, I'm just going to go over just a little bit what I've done already. So, the lady who I'm making this for, she came over here. She put on her skirt. I sized it to her, the length of the skirt to her body. This particular material here is like stretchy blue jean material. It doesn't matter what kind you use. Um, I cut the seam loose between the legs so that I could open it up. So I did the same thing in the back. You can see that. And then I used the bottom of the skirt, the bottom of the blue jeans, like the bottom of the legs. And I just laid it in there. Doesn't matter which direction that you go in, just as long as you have enough to sew down on the inside. So you see I've already pinned it down, the little triangle that I made there. And then I pinned the other side down as well. So this is like the beginning stages of what I do when I start this process. I'm currently removing the pockets off the back because they'll be in the way. She told me to just do what I do, so I'll be adding a little bit of bleach to this. Once I sew this part down, then and take all the pockets and stuff off the back. I don't have a straight edge, so that's why I'm using these scissors like this. So it's really not a hard process to do. I've been doing this for like a long time. So let me get a little closer. You can see what I'm doing. So I've been making these skirts for a lot of years. So it doesn't really take long, and I'm not going to be gluing her fringe down. I'm just going to sew. So while I'm watching the TV show, I'm just going to sit in the bed and just cut up the strips. I can't say how many strips I'm going to need, but it's quite a bit. And so once I do that and I cut up enough strips for this particular job, which will probably be a lot, then I will start sewing them on. And the reason why I have decided to sew them on and not glue them is because I realized with mine, the glue was making it like super stiff. Like the glue I use is good glue, but it was making the dress like hard. And I noticed that my skirt is super hard. So I'm not going to use glue, and I'm just going to lay the strips down and sew them as I go. It's really going to be faster because I can sew faster than gluing. Like you're gluing individual pieces one at a time. Right now I'm removing the pocket over here. I'm not going to use a pocket on this project. When you're doing fringe, it's hard to sew over all of this. It's easier to sew the fringe over, the flat part. It's all flat. So I'm gonna sew this together. For those who just started working on a fringe skirt, I didn't have one. I posted the video on my Instagram. If you have any questions, I wonder if can I see questions? Can I see to the chat? I'm assuming if somebody have questions, it'll show up here. I don't know. This is my first time going live in a while, so I haven't used it on my phone like this. So if you have questions about the process, just let me know, and I will be glad to talk. Can somebody just say something? Let me know where y'all coming from so I can see if the chat is even working, because I never even used a chat before. Okay. Hi. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yes. How are you? Can you let me know where you are watching from if you don't mind? So yeah, this is it's gonna be a very time consuming. I think the longest part is cutting out all the little strips. So that's the longest part of doing this project is cutting out the strips. Otherwise, it's not very hard to do. And now I'm wishing I had a straight edge so it would be easier. Come, let me get my seam ripper. So I'll probably come back again later on if there's no questions about the process. Um, I think a lot of people don't have sewing machines, and so they might resort to using glue, but just from my experience, it's super hard. It's so hard, and I'm not using it this time. I think just slowing it down would definitely be faster and quicker and not it. And plus, it's somebody else's skirt. You know, when you're doing something for yourself, it's kind of like, okay, now I know that this probably wasn't a good idea. And so that's why I decided when I posted it on my Instagram and I saw that people were interested in it, I said, yeah, I'm not going to use glue. I'm just going to sew it. And it's probably safer because, you know, when they wash it, which I'm going to wash this. So once I put all her fringe on, I'm going to try to pull out like some of the threads on the end, and so that when it washes, it'll have like a fringy look all over. I think it's going to be super cute. I didn't do mine like that because I glued it and it's not sewed down, and I don't know if the glue is going to hold in the washing machine. It might not. I don't know. So yeah, I think hopefully I should get done just before the week is out. It shouldn't take very long. So I'll just cut out like a little bit. Hey, Sway, what's going on? So I'll just cut out. I'll cut for an hour, and then I'll go back and work on something else. If you have any questions about this process, please let me know. If you're interested, I don't even know. Can I put my website in here? I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can start a poll. So it's let me start a poll, but I don't see where to type a message. That's how lame I am, y'all. I don't even know how to So it's allowing me to start a poll, but I can't like type back. So maybe that's part of being on the live. You ain't supposed to talk. Type. You're supposed to talk back. So my website is gailpdesigns.com, our store, and if you're interested in this skirt, it's on my site. I have it listed by size in case you want me to go and buy the jeans for you. Now, about buying jeans for people that you have never worn. I always think it's best to use jeans that you own already because you already know that they fit. And then if I go buy a brand new pair of jeans, you know, sometimes jeans need to be broken in. And so she brought her own jeans, which is perfect for this type of project. She tried them on, and so once I cut them and I put the fringes on there, and you're not here to try it on, that's the thing. So it's like I wanted to make sure that I didn't sew it too tight where she's walking like a penguin. You know, we don't want that to happen. So this is it's hard to get out some of this stuff. Sometimes they like double sew down the pockets, and it's just hard to get the threads out. Sometimes I'm trying not to put a hole back here in the back and just grab the threads. It's a lot. So breaking down jeans, I watch people break down jeans on YouTube a lot, and a lot of people. I really prefer to take the seam out with the thread. I don't really like cutting this. I don't really like doing this, but because she was here, and I didn't want to like have her waiting on me to do that, I went ahead and just cut it. but I prefer to take the seam all the way out because I like the way, so, you know, like when you take this seam out and then you unfold this and then it has a like faded out look. I love that look. So that's why I decided to do it that way. I mean, that's why I decided to rush and not do it today, but normally that's what I would do. Take all the seams out, which also takes a considerably long time. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on to show you, you know, like how I get started in this process. And if you have any questions, this is the labor intense part of doing this project. So I have the one pocket off. Now I'm going to work on the other pocket. So since I didn't have very many questions about this, so you can use pockets for other projects. I actually saw a project where somebody made like this, like a bag, and they put the pockets like this, and then they put the belt around. It was like so cute. It was not a belt, but like a belt with the pockets on here. And I'm thinking about collecting pockets and trying to make me something like that. Or you can make you a top and let the pockets be like the bra part. You know, I thought that was super cute too. You can do it upside down, like so many things you can do. You just gotta like get your creativity going. So I got one pocket off so far, and now I'm gonna work on the other one. So if you're watching this replay, go ahead and put your questions down if you have any questions or you want to see more detail. I promise you it's really not that hard to do. You just cut the seams apart, fit in some material in there, and then usually I'll just start pulling the threads back like this just to start the fringing, but a lot of this you won't even see because I'm going to end up covering it up anyway. But if you weren't adding the fringe, then you would just have a basic skirt just like this, just basic. And it looks like it's long in the back is because most of the time black girls, after we put our butt and stuff, the skirt will lift up. So when she had this on, it looked just fine, and she wants the fringe to not be like old lady-ish, like way below her knee. So that's why her skirt looks this way. We are accounting for the booty raise in the back. So that's why her skirt is a little bit higher on the back side. Okay. So yeah, guys, it's gonna take a little while. It took me about a week to get everything glued on, and I'm assuming she wants this by July the 9th, which means I'll be working every day on this. So yeah, as I do a little bit parts and parts, I will come back and I will show you how far I've gotten. But right now, I'm just working on taking the pockets off. All right. So if you have any questions, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my website and my Instagram, Gail P Designs, www.gailpdesigns.com or .store. You can send me, I'm still working on fixing my email when I switch from Wix, cardboard. I switched from Wix to Shopify, and somehow my email is just not working. So if you want to DM me, you can send messages on YouTube or Instagram. I will get the message if you have questions or you want to order something or you want something unique. I'm also working on a jacket in there with fringe, and I stopped. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Talk to you guys later. Peace and light.